Okay, so welcome everyone. Today I've got a lovely guest along. His name is Packman, and he's reached out to the Snowdome Foundation because he's got some skills that we feel everyone can use in this time of uncertainty. So I'm going to hand over to you, Ash, to just talk about how you're connected to Snowdome and what skills you can bring to our Snowdome family to help us.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting story. I got diagnosed with a blood cancer myself back in 2011. So been managing that, been on that journey for quite a while now, I guess. But in the meantime, I kept bumping into people from the Snowdome Foundation. So one of those people was Rob Tandy, who many people would be aware of. And I just got interested. Also, my hematologist at Cabrini, Melita Keneally, who many people would know, she's also quite well connected to Snowdome as well. So all the roads just kept leading back. And in my capacity as a meditation teacher and other kind of wellness bits and pieces that I do, I felt that I had something that I could kind of give back. And I'm always hoping that I can help others on a similar journey to myself with the things that I do. Which kind of led to this conversation, I guess, Mandy. So thanks for having me.
So thank you. So can you talk maybe a little bit about how meditation has helped you? I imagine there's been times where you have received results that haven't been the way you were hoping they would go, even when you were first diagnosed. So how meditation has helped you through this journey?
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting story, I guess. For me, I get even before cancer, depression and anxiety played a pretty big role in my life, even from my kind of earlier days as a young teenager. So, if I weigh the two things up, my journey with cancer and my journey with kind of mental health have both been fairly difficult at times. But I've found that meditation has really been a practice that has very much kind of helped both. I think the meditation, it just gives you an ability. It creates some space in your mind. I think most of us run around, we're just kind of reacting to what happens to us, reacting to our experiences. But I think with meditation, you kind of build a capacity to kind of respond rather than react. And so, over time, with the cancer diagnosis, with having a general kind of anxious disposition anyway, the meditation has just really become a pivotal part of my life and, a daily practice.
Right. So we're in the midst of the world changing rapidly. I mean, every time we turn the news on, there seems to be another update on COVID-19 and what we can and can't be doing. Things I've heard, even not in the office, but from my colleagues, my virtual office, are things around anxiety, feeling vulnerable. And I even noticed, when I walk the dog and I pass someone, I'm in a small community and everyone's very friendly, but people don't want to make eye contact. There is this real sense of feeling insecure. So what can we do? How can this practice help us? How can we stop these thoughts that just keep running around in our head at night time?
Yeah, absolutely. And meditation can be an antidote to much of that, because even if you're feeling relatively calm yourself about the situation, there's kind of the frequency in the air at the moment is it's got a lot of fear and anxiety in it. You switch on the news, you run into people in the street, whatever. It's gonna that vibe is even for the most resilient person, is gonna start to kind of make a difference to them. So yeah, with meditation, we can kind of learn to find a place of stillness. And here it is, many of us are kind of isolated in our own homes. So there's plenty of time to kind of be with yourself. So here's an opportunity. I've been sort of saying to people, I'm sure there's a line there, but it's like, go inside and then go inside.
Yeah.
Something like that. There's this opportunity to kind of spend more time with yourself. And a lot of people, there's a great deal of fear even attached to that, just not really being able to spend time alone because they're almost fearful of their own thoughts. If I actually stop and think about what I'm thinking, that could be a scary place really quickly. So the idea with meditation is to kind of be able to sit with that. And it's not necessarily all fun and games to begin with. I mean, I often say meditation can be quite a difficult practice because to sit alone with your thoughts holding up a mirror to your own mind can often be difficult. But over time, if you persist, the benefits are enormous, and not just in terms of your resilience to life, but even, there's a lot of science now just to show even physiologically the brain starts to change, and we find that, the amygdala, which is kind of like the fear center in the brain, actually shrinks when you meditate. And the part of the brain, the executive or higher functioning part of the brain, starts to improve. So mental clarity and memory and focus and attention and all these things start to improve the more we meditate. And that actually happens quite quickly. It doesn't happen over months and months and months. It can happen really quickly.
Yeah. So it all sounds wonderful. So what have you got on offer for the Snowdome community?
Yeah, well, so I run a studio in St Kilda with a business colleague of mine who's kind of more into the physical side of things, whereas I'm sort of more on the mental side, on the meditation. In my role, I also look after Meditation Australia, which is the association for meditation teachers in this country. So we've got a bit of experience in terms of what we offer in meditation. But this studio, we were in St Kilda, but obviously with the COVID-19 restrictions, we've had to close the doors there. As a result, we've basically turned the whole business online. So we've really simplified things. We're offering one physical movement class and one meditation class a day live via Zoom. And then that class stays online, so you can access it anytime for the next 24 hours until the next live session kind of replaces it on the website. So our suggestion for anybody connected to Snowdome, be that somebody going through a blood cancer themselves or family or carers or anybody connected in any way, we're more than happy to give free access to that site. So you'll get a physical class, you'll get a meditation class every single day from me, from other meditation teachers, from other physical movement teachers. And there's other resources up there as well, lots of links to sort of articles and health and wellbeing stuff. So normally we charge $35 a week for our members, but more than happy to kind of make that available to anybody who's connected to Snowdome.
Thank you so much. It's such a wonderful offer, and I really feel at this time it's something that we can all benefit from and use. As you know, I'm an avid believer in meditation and to have my own practice, and can speak to the benefits of it, definitely. So I think from here the community can reach out to us, send us an email, and I'll pop the details in the link below so people can reach out to us and we can pass on the details of how to get in contact with you. Yeah,
absolutely. And if you want to sort of see what we do, our website's T5D, so T and then the number 5D.com.au. So if you go up there, you'll kind of see, you won't be able to access the online stuff because that's kind of behind a password protected area, but you'll see everything else that we do. And if you get in touch with Mandy, we'll give you the password and you'll have full and complete access.
Lovely. Thank you so much, Ash. Really appreciate it. It's great.
That's right, Mandy. Pleasure to talk to you.
You too. All right. Bye.
Bye.